I mean, the plot is like very, very, very thick and very it includes a lot. Let's just say that it includes a lot, right? And dare I say it's confusing at first. But I mean, it's almost like you understand, after a while, and I think the characters are really just like drew me in a lot too. That's how I usually am. Characters for me like do so much in a story. Like they do the most for me. And like turns of bringing me in and drawing me in, make me interested. It can have the best plot in the world, but the characters are like really like interesting and just kind of like there. Like what's that point of me reading? You know what I mean? But obviously, I watched the anime and saw it's really my favorite anime, to be honest. I mean, and I just was really interested in, you know, um, it's okay. It's okay. Sorry, it's very like cool, and it's like the word to describe him. Honestly, just like very cool. I mean, like just cool tempered, cool mannered. Um, season one, guys. So that's if y'all disagree with me on any of these attributes, I'm sorry, but I just watched the first two episodes. I'm still watching them, so that's how I got so far when they're still kids. And he's very like just himself. Like he's just yeah, you know what I mean. I haven't got to the part where there's Hinata, so I'm definitely far behind. I'm done. But no. Sakura is also very interesting. She's the opposite of Sasuke, who she loves, who she adores, and she's like very like, quick tempered, like me. She's very, that can be a good thing or a bad thing. Usually for us girls, it's a bad thing. Not usually for everyone, but I mean, she's very, confident too, like in herself, and it's kind of bossy, at least towards Naruto. I butchered that. I'm sorry. That was horrible. But everyone else is like it's so interesting, like all of them. I'm sorry, I don't know. I said everyone else. Everyone is so interesting, And the teacher also at the beginning of the season, um, Kakashi also very interesting. I think he's a really cool character though. Like honestly, if I had a teacher, I would want him to be my teacher. Just cause like he's like Sasuke. He's very cool, but also like very informative, and he really cares for the kids. Like he actually really cares for them deeply. He wants them to like know like the best and learn the best and do their best. And that's I find that really cool and very adoring about him, and just like a really person like I just really find him interesting and like overall a great mentor, a great teacher. And as for Naruto himself, I mean, just a phenomenal character. Like he's just so crazy and so confident and like um believes in himself. Like he believes in himself so strongly, and he really not just that, but like he really wants to be the what he wants to be. I'm sorry. He really wants to be like what's the word? Oh man, I haven't watched it in so long. It's so embarrassing. I'm done. I'm gonna edit this part out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. The Hokage. Is it the Hokage? Okay, but I butchered that again. Sorry, guys. Hokage. I'm sorry. I care too much about characters. I care too much about characters. The plot is like, but no, no, no. I'm just like really into this anime though. It's just so interesting. Also, the dub is amazing. Like I've heard some dubs that make me automatically just turn it off. Not gonna name names. Not gonna name names. Okay, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that to my own fans. To my favorite, not fans, but my favorite, mangas. But I read the manga. I'm like, oh, this is great. This is awesome. I love. Oh my god. When I watch the anime, I'm like, no, I don't like this. Turn it off as soon as it just says someone says a word. But Naruto's dub is the best dub in my opinion. I don't have to watch any more dubs anymore. I don't have to watch any more at all. It's the best. It's the single best dub in the history of anime. And no, I mean just the voices fit everyone completely. They fit everyone. I mean, maybe I'm like biased because I haven't read the manga. And I never, and so I haven't read it, so I don't like have a character's voice in my mind. Maybe that's a thing too. But honestly, it just sounds very realistic to what the characters would be. No one's like a kid having like an adult voice and like a adult having like a kid's, like kind of weird stuff like that. Things that don't fit whatsoever. Like a character who's like really like stern and whatever, and who's very like a high pitched voice, like that kind of thing. Like I just find that sometimes it's like really annoying for me. It just ruins the whole anime for me. You know what I mean? So I even just I'm like I stick to my manga. That's I read only manga. No, I just read manga because I'm introduced to my characters that way. But anyway, yeah. Next one, guys and girls, is going to be Fairy Tail. Yes, guys and girls, it is Fairy Tail, and Fairy Tail also also has a very complex plot. There's a guild. I've read the book in a long time, but there's a guild, right? And I don't really know what they're doing. I'm sorry. Sorry, they're wizards. I was thinking they're pirates because of One Piece. I'm sorry. Cause I forgot what a guild is. But I read Fairy Tail. I think the book's finished, or someone had this one book that was. Oh no! What happened is that there's this one book that was always checked out. And like I finished the books that I read, right? I was waiting for the next book. I don't know what book it was, but I was waiting for the next book. And I was starting off the book. I'm like, oh, like the series. I'm like, this is great. And then that book is always checked out. It was always checked out. So I'm like, how can I go from like this book to let me say I'm book 3 and go to book 5, right? Like it's like this one book is always checked out. I don't know why. And as a librarian said, oh, someone checked it out, but it was always checked out. It's like what? Yeah. So I can't read Fairy Tail to the extent I wanted to read it to, so which is very disappointing. But I read enough to make me know who the characters were, at least. So we have our friend Happy. He's a cat. He's a blue cat. Reminds me of the cat in Sailor Moon, kind of. I'm sorry, I probably offended people. But no. I get to people. Gray. I'm sorry if you feel like this is not true at all, but he reminds me of Sasuke. A lot. But like definitely like more like almost like a cross between Sasuke and okay, a cross between Sasuke and okay, I'm sorry guys. It's like a cross between Sasuke and Zoro. Sasuke more in terms of looks, Zoro more in terms of attitude, I'd say. And then you have Lucy. Okay, in terms of Orihime, in terms of Lucy, she definitely has more character not development, more like a purpose for being in the story than definitely uh an Orihime in Bleach. But both girls definitely have. I mean, definitely their features are definitely accentuated to the point where it's like almost like okay, we get the point, we get the point, but it's fine. And also it was like all the guys in anime. No, I didn't notice that until I didn't notice that just now. Okay, don't be shocked. I noticed that every guy in anime has abs, so we're gonna go with that. um yeah, so every girl has, you know what I mean, and every guy has abs, so I mean it's very realistic. I also have people like Ichigo who have orange hair and they're being told they're weird even though people have like blue hair. I mean in One Piece, I'm sorry, in Fairy Tail they have yellow hair, they have not even blonde, yellow hair, okay, yellow hair. And they have red hair, and they have different shades of blue hair. And so orange hair is the weird one, okay? Like okay. Anyway, I also met Natsu, of course, who, I mean, I read it so long ago that I didn't even have a great idea of what happened. But, he's a very interesting character. Like, I just love characters like Natsu, and Lucky, and Luffy, and Naruto, and Ichigo. I just love characters like that. I mean, I think it's like maybe it's like a shonen thing, but I just love characters like that. And, I don't know, they have like a bunch of confidence, and just like a bunch of like drive, as I said before. I'm repeating myself again, but definitely I enjoy that to the fullest. You know what I mean? And I don't know if it's just me, but I kind of feel like the feel like like a different like kind of art style. Like One Piece and Fairy Tail like have different like art styles, you know, like not just from themselves, like I don't know, it's kind of different, you know. I don't know, like the male character's eyes in Fairy Tail are totally different than what you'll find in regular anime. Bigger, at least in my opinion, which makes them, you know, more interesting. And in One Piece, the art style is very oh man, it's super interesting. Um, and makes it more like unique. So I just noticed that, my 2 cents. But anyway. But if I were to be like being in an anime, or like, if I were to meet anime characters in real life, I would love to meet the fairy tale characters in real life. I'd love to be a part of that guild. That guild seems so like fun and so like awesome. Like I would sign up for that right away. Like let me be in that. So, if it was real, I would be the first member ASAP. Anyway, that's my favorite manga. I know they're all shonen, so I'm gonna go ahead and name some shoujo manga that I do love. Is it my favorite of all time? Is it my favorite manga of all time? It's more the manga I started with. Okay, I came into manga when I was 9. I came into manga. I started reading manga when I was 9. Okay, and so I was first addicted to shoujo. First of all, that's the corner I started off, because in the library there's shoujo, and there's shonen, and so I started reading shoujo manga, of course, and I was a 9-year-old girl, so it's like meant almost for me. Um, I mean, obviously, I think there's another manga where it's like not young females, but like shoujo, but for young girls. I don't know much though. I don't know what it's called. Let me see, manga for young girls. Okay, I just searched it up, and it looks very ah. Besides Pokemon, very interesting manga we have here. Yeah. Anyway, and if you're wondering, Zippy, you're 9 or you're a young female and you did not read the Ultimate Shoujo Fruits Basket, what's wrong with you? I'll tell you that in those entire years in public library, in the place I was born, where I first picked up my first manga book number 1, A Fruits Basket, was always gone. It was never there, and I tell you, I was there for years. I spent my entire almost time there, and Fruits Basket number 1 was always never there. And so, yeah, that tells you a lot. So, I would love to read it. I heard it. I heard about Fruits when I was 9 even. I heard about Fruits Basket. It was popular. I even heard about it even before I get into manga. Like, I heard all about it, you know? Fruits Basket, Fruits Basket, Fruits Basket, Fruits Basket, Fruits Basket. I can't talk anymore. I'm sorry. But, Fruits Basket everywhere. So I was obviously gonna be like one of the people like, oh my goodness, I heard about it everywhere. I want to read it now. And obviously I couldn't, but if I had the chance, I will read it as soon as I can find book number 1. Thank you guys, okay, for asking. Second book, Tokyo Mew Mew. Hey. Okay, this is like the ultimate like little girl's book. Um, little girl's book. I don't know if that's the right word, but like, um, okay, I searched it on Google. It gives me genre magical girl. So if that's not really interesting to a little girl who's 9, I don't know what is. But I'm talking about now. First of all, every character is easy to find out. Like it's easy to see who they are. Because first of all, their hair colors are different. You have Ichigo, the pink hair. Also another Ichigo. I guess Ichigo is a boy's name and a girl's name. Like Jimin in Korea. And you have Sakura, who has purple hair. Ichigo's a main character, by the way. She's a main character, and obviously I like her a lot. And she's like the person we like follow the story with. We she's like our view of the story. You know, like a first person narrator kind of thing. And you have Sakura. I'm trying to remember the book, and it's been so long. I think she's more the cooler character, right? She's like more of the kind of like doesn't, I don't know, she, like the cooler kind of character. Yeah, okay. That makes no sense. Um, I don't know how much she talked, but she looks also really badass, to be honest. Girls who have purple hair in anime are usually really badass, or black hair. So, and you have Mint. She's like a pixie, like a little pixie, you know. I'm trying to remember how her personality was, but I can't remember. Um, Based on her look, she kind of looks like really feisty. Not as feisty as Pudding though. Pudding looks like she can have a ball in life every day. Pudding looks like she's like 9. I mean, she looks okay. Yeah, she's 9 in the manga. I got it right, dude. I'm done. She looks very young and very full of energy and very vibrant. And then you have Lettuce, very cool kind of character. Like Zakuro, but also like very quiet. I don't mean cool. Sorry, I mean like kind of like a quiet, well-mannered girl who like becomes more confident when she transforms to the Tokyo Meow Meow girls. Um, and you have also I know these guys. Okay, Ryo. Ryo was the one who had blonde hair, and he was like the guy who was kind of like almost teasing you, like kind of not you, but like Ichigo, almost like kind of like playful. I don't know if that's the right word. But he's like more like the outgoing kind of guy, you know what I mean? And there was the other guy. How do I pronounce this word? This name, sorry, this word. Kirichiro, who was the more because they both worked at the cafe that the Tokyo Mama girls worked at, because they work there, and they transform into Tokyo Mama girls, and so that's how it happens, and they help the city. They save Tokyo, obviously, hence the name Tokyo Meow Meow, and obviously they turn into like kind of like cat feline kind of alter ego, so that's why they have tails, hence the Meow Meow part. Tokyo Meow Meow, okay. And so the brothers, I think they're brothers, right? I thought I remember from reading that. Kichiro and Ryo are both brothers, and they like own the cafe, and or they like like they have like they think they own it, right? I don't know where the parents are. They don't look to be that old. They look like at least early 20s. I mean not at least, at most early 20s. Um, but Kichiro is like more of a kind of like stern, not stern, more like quaint, quiet, and like Ryo's like more like I don't want to say arrogant, but confident character. And I think what happened was that Ichigo was kind of like drawn between both of them, right? She was interested in both of those characters, and then like it's like oh, like who am I interested in? And I didn't get far enough to where the point where I found out who it was. Maybe she never found which one she loved the most, but I know she was very drawn into them. So yeah. But that's the one I first shoujo. And it's also another one. There's two others I don't know the name of. First one is about like this girl. The title is her name. Starts with an R. And it's like about her becoming a senior. And she, along the way she falls in love with like this guy's like her manager. Someone in the music industry, like just like is like close to her, and she falls in love with him. And so it's like about her and her journey like in the music industry and like becoming a singer, and a really popular one. She's really popular as well, pop singer. And it was like an 80s kind of like a manga. You can tell from like how old it is, like the style, like the style is different. It's like a really big chin, really small lips, really big eyes. Like the eyes like like the cheek is even gone, and then you have the smallest nose known to mankind. That's your 80s, early 90s manga girl. And guys are definitely more exaggerated than guys now today. Definitely. But, that's them. And so, that's a book. If you guys know the book I'm talking about, please leave a comment down below what that name is, because I don't know. But I read the book, and I loved it. I really loved it, and it was super interesting. Another one is about these little hamsters. I had a hamster called Cinnamon, so I could relate to the book a lot. But these little hamsters, I don't know what their names were, but they had like kind of like mocha, cocoa, chocolate kind of names, like like some sort of like cafe kind of like espresso names, you know, really cute. And they, I don't know what the hamsters like. They're getting like really cute rodents. I think they're hamsters who like went on adventures with each other. Maybe they're gerbils. And it was like a really typical little girl manga. Like you're really not typical, but like really like meant for that kind of age group. And and nobody else. It's just like it's close to my heart. And it's very cute and it's very nice. And if you guys know that a manga, please leave it down below. Thank you. But those are my favorite manga. One Piece first place. Sorry, One Piece is first place. Second place is Bleach. Third place is Naruto. And fourth is One Piece, and fifth could be Tokyo. Meow meow. Thank you guys, and have a great night, and stay safe, stay healthy, and see you next time.